So this corridor is pretty cool. Never actually been in this one before, so themed corridor. We love a themed corridor. And somewhere down here is our room as well. But really themed. I think it's just because of the floor that we're on. There it is. Give you the key. And in we go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another CoasterCastle video. As you can see, we are somewhere else again, in another themed room. So currently we are at Chessington World of Adventures. I know originally we weren't planning to come back down here, but then the park released a Toon Blaster behind the scenes tour, so naturally here we are. Thought we'd make it a little bit different, so I checked back into the hotels. Decided to try the Azteca hotel this time just because we've never actually tried this one. We usually always end up in the Safari Hotel. And yeah, I thought we'd upgrade a little bit and go a little bit fancy with a monkey temple themed room. You can see it's got some pretty cool theming on the walls, but it's a really cool room. Impressions on the room?
I like it.
That point?
It's charming.
It is a really cool room, you know, it's got a lot of things on the walls and a lot of things on the floor. But I do think there could be a bit more theming in here. It's a bit weird. So you've got the kind of walls like these behind us, but then the corridor as you're coming in where the wardrobe and stuff is, it's just a plain white wall. Like if I just take you for the journey here, you can see we've got our nice themed here. Plain ceiling as well, by the way. The ceiling's a bit plain. There we go. Look, white wall corridor. Essentially a pretty normal corridor. I mean, the other side of the wall has got theming, but that side is just very much plain.
I think they forgot a bit.
But then obviously, when you have a look at the full room tour POV or short that when released out, you'll see all the bits in all its glory. But it is a very cute room. You know, the corridor that you saw in the video earlier on yesterday is all themed. It's nice. I think it's quite cool. But this does feel like the part of the hotel that Chessington hasn't really remembered exists almost. That's partly because we've just never seen it on booking very often. But yeah, it's a nice sort of more quieter section of the hotel. So if you are looking for a more quieter stay, then the Azteca side does seem to be a lot more relaxing and that kind of option. They did end up doing something that we weren't expecting though. So usually, obviously, as you know, there's two kinds of rooms you can book. There's your standard room, which has a nice view of the car park, and then there's the Oyama Reserve view rooms. And this time they've actually upgraded us to one of those rooms, so that is super cool. Because I'm barely sure I didn't book this one. Like I'm really sure
You didn't book a view.
Yeah, so I didn't think I had booked this, but they've put us in one of these rooms instead. So obviously, thank you Chessington for that. That is really, really cool. And yeah, what it means is, I'm going to try and do this without getting us sort of losing the use of the light. It means if we come to our window here, can't really see anyone at the moment because they're all in. But there's a nice view of the Oyama Reserve there. And if I turn it this way, you can see over the other half of the reserve as well. Or I hope you can. I mean, I didn't see what I just showed you at all. But what you can see out there is the main reserve, which you can also access from the walking outside. But yeah, a bit of a different one there, and a pretty cool kind of view to wake up to, really. So first off, we'll go and get breakfast. Again, trying a new place. Going to try the Temple Bar instead of Safari, where we usually go to. I believe the breakfast is the same in both of those anyway, but Safari is usually pretty good, so hopefully we have a good breakfast in Temple as well. And then it'll be off to the park for part of the early ride time. So one of the benefits to staying in the hotel is you do get an early ride time. It's an hour of select rides, but it does include Mandrill Mayhem and the rest of World of Jumanji, and it also does include Gruffalo. I mean, I've got the list here. I don't know what I'm trying to make it from memory. So on the early ride time for this term, you've got Gruffalo River Adventure, Treetop Hoppers, Adventure Tree, Sea Dragons, Tiny Truckers, Room on the Broom Magical Journey, Mandrill Mayhem, Ostrich Stampede, Mamba Strike, and Sea Storm as well. Obviously all subject to availability, but there's a pretty good set of options there with some rides for every kind of age. You know, having Mandrill open first thing in the morning is pretty cool. I think we'd love to see Vampire on there at some point, but I can understand, you know, trying to get one coaster up is great in itself. But we do find this early ride time is actually quite useful, especially for things like Gruffalo, which can be quite popular later on in the day. It's a good way to kind of get that one out of the way before everyone else gets there. And it's a nice little ride after you've had breakfast as well. You're not like rushing around, so it's always a bit of good fun. But I think we're going to go and get started with that, and there will be a separate video for the tour as well. So yeah, let's go have fun at Chessington, and hopefully it gets a bit sunnier because I can see a lot of clouds out there. Now this is a pretty unique thing to see at breakfast. Leaf cutter ants making their way to start the day. Oh yeah, and this one also has piranhas. Making for a really interesting breakfast sort of setup. So normally we don't talk about breakfast or show much about breakfast just because it's breakfast. But I've had to show you a few. There's a monkey there. Okay. But yeah, I thought I'll show you a bit of breakfast that time just because there were so many weird things in the temple bar to see, which was really quite cool. Absolutely leaf cutter ants. I'm sure Tri-Cross Zoo used to have leaf cutter ants in the bathroom or something. I don't know. I feel like that was something I remember seeing there many years ago. But yeah, there were leaf cutter ants going around the entire bottom part of the actual thing. Was really quite cool. And the piranhas, and then there was a few other like really cool theming stuff in there to see as well, which is quite nice. I think they did like a little light show or something, not like roller coaster restaurant style, but I feel like they do a little bit of something like that in their lighting effects during the evening as well, which could make it really cool. But honestly, really nice breakfast experience there, and the staff in there are really wonderful as well. Shout out to lovely Julie, she was really lovely. You know, she really took an interest in what we do. So we were talking about theme parks and stuff as we were going to the table. She was generally really wonderful and pleasant as well. So thank you again for a wonderful breakfast, and yeah, I think we're ready to head on park and get exploring. Starting off early ride time over in Wildwoods with Gruffalo River Ride. Lovely, adorable ride, but can get quite busy as the day goes on, so always good to hit it first. Always a popular choice with obviously the single train throughput, so let's hit this one before it opens to main guests. One of the more popular rides during the hotel access is obviously Mandrill Mayhem, partly because of the fact that it has a one train, so it's a bit slower off throughput than other rides. Gruffalo started off at 5 minutes, and by the time we got off it was back down to 0, just because of how many boats are cycling and how quickly it goes through as a cycle. But we know Mandrill's going to get busy during the day, so let's hit it now so we can forget about it for the rest of the day. So it's about 10 minutes till park officially opens. Hotel guest DRT early access is still running, however they've started opening the gates for everyone else as well. So the rides are open for hotel guests. I start to get a little bit busier. Mandrill operations were really slow this morning, weren't they? Just a bit. I don't know why. You know, they were just running quite slowly. You know, didn't seem like there were any issues. It's just they were like taking their time sending each train, like really slowing things down there. But
Service with care?
Maybe. I mean, hopefully they catch up. Did notice that you could hear the motors a bit as well on there today, like quite loudly.
They did have a heavy whine.
But because people are starting to come in, Mandrill's getting a bit busy. You know, just done a ride on there, very good fun. But yeah, a little bit slow on the operations side. Thought I'm gonna head back down to Gruffalo just because it's a lot quicker on the operations front, and I might even get one of the first rides down Vampire. So we'll go for 2 in 1. So this audio, I'm fairly sure it's quite new. I'm sure this audio is new this season.
Yeah.
So quite interesting. It's got like a woman begging for help, which is quite funny and weird next to Mandrill. It's like very strange. It doesn't quite work.
She might be lost in Jumanji.
Which could be actually. That could work. It's like dual theming maybe. But
just remember when you get trapped in the game, that's it. You're there for don't know how long, and you come out with a white beard.
Very nice. I mean, we'll actually see the Vampire Tube Line today as well potentially, because we've never actually seen that new theming that is in there. That being said, I have just seen a pre-queue for Vampire.
so it's going to be a very popular one again today. But I think we might actually do it this time because we skipped it last time.
We did,
Which was weird because we did the vampire tour, but we missed the ride. Little things like that, you know. So Sam, tell us what's just happened.
So the ride has stopped due to technical problems. Maintenance is on the way.
Yeah, we've
And we've floated a good 6 feet backwards.
yeah. So a little bit of a look at a Gruffalo evac, potentially. We might have an evac. Never know. The mouse was shook, he was speechless, as you could say. Well, we've started moving again. Just very, very quietly. We're going to need to narrate it ourselves, you know. Gruffalo. So that was a really interesting ride on Gruffalo. As you saw, we were travelling a bit there in silence, and then all of a sudden the audio and stuff all came back online. It was very weird. Like, it's so strange to go through without the audio playing, but then to sort of have the audio burst back in, you realise just how much audio there is. Like, it was very much a boom, quite loud kind of thing, but it was good fun. I somehow got absolutely soaked on that one. I don't know how, but we went down the drop and I absolutely got soaked through. It's almost like a little tidal wave, wasn't it?
It was.
Little tidal wave as we went down the drop. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, a bit different to our ride that we had earlier on. Just came off that. We're going to try and go through with our plan of getting onto Vampire. Obviously, that kind of got delayed a bit due to us getting stuck there. There she goes. Kind of got delayed just getting stuck over on Gruffalo, but it's showing about 30 minutes. I think it's going to be more like 45. Oh, look, stop that there for some wings, I guess. Stop the shot of reset for wings. But we'll see how we get on. It's saying about 30. I reckon it's going to be more like 45. But it's a warm day. It's a nice day. Yeah, let's go ride Vampire for the first time this season. We can finally see the new theming because we've not been in this queue line yet this season. I believe there's more stuff over there that's been added for the birthday as well. Some more theming, a little tea party set up, croquet mallet, very random. And there's a little welcoming invitation there to a party in the gardens. And there's the old screen that they've turned off now as well. And one for the eagle-eyed fans. The old ride sign over there, I believe, one of the old Transylvania signs for the area. Lovingly put onto an estate sale. I'm not too sure the vampire's happy about that. So, one thing that a lot of people were concerned about was entertainments. Obviously, big changes through Merlin Entertainments with the loss of in-house entertainments, now going to outsource through RWS. So, good news is that there are entertainments returning to the parks. At the moment, they've got a few different shows happening here at Chessington, including the Lands Unite show here. And if I just look up here, we have a full stage set up for that show. So it's really good to see entertainments return to the park. A little bit different, and obviously we're still really not happy for those who lost their jobs, and you know, all the changes that happened through that and a lot of the events that came with it as well. I know Chessington thought they both lost quite a lot of events due to this change, but it is good to see different things on top of the character meet and greets starting to return to the parks, and hopefully we'll be able to see this continue into the form of restoring some of the events that were lost as well. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. So Paw Patrol is coming along to Chessington, and you can sign up for updates. As we know, there is going to be a selection of new attractions, including a new family roller coaster, and it should be a little good area for fans of the series. What do you think? And not much on the construction front at the moment. A lot of rubble can be seen, which is like quite funny because this is also where Rubble does his meet and greets. So I decided to take a little bit of time out of our day to do some of the meet and greets. There are various different meet and greets across the park that you can interact with. There are Cocomelon ones that we have not gone to go and see. We think Cocomelon's a bit weird, so staying away from that one. But there is the Gruffalo meet and greet, where you go and meet the Gruffalo. They've got Rubble doing his meet and greet over by the construction site for the new Paw Patrol area, which is quite cool to sort of see. I think it makes a lot of sense as well, weirdly enough. And then you've also got Down on the little stage by the entrance, you've got a meet and greet with Sky and Chase. So again, more Paw Patrol there. Really kind of pushing that Paw Patrol IP and idea ahead of the opening of the new area, and really kind of going to bring that hype in as well. And from what we see, it's a very popular IP. Lots of children very excited to see them, and we're excited to see them too. You know, we love the meet and greets. If you've seen our content, you know I love my characters and costumes, so really good to see them. But yeah, I thought we'd check those out, and now we'll go and check out a few more rides as well. So a good day so far.
Very good day.
I mean, rides are looking a little bit busy, but obviously with the reduced capacity of a few areas being closed, and it being the holidays, and it being a Saturday, it's not looking that bad at the moment. It's actually on par with when we visited not too long ago, actually, so it's not looking too bad.
It's a really good day on park.
Room on the Broom's looking at 15 minutes. I think some of the coasters are between 45 to an hour, so it's not bad. But yeah, let's continue exploring and have more fun. Whilst we're here, we have to do a Frazzle update. As you can see, he has been given a little bit of a refurbishment. Not just him, we also have new treasures and other things down here in his lair. The other day actually wasn't in place, so they are putting him back in as well. Hopefully not long until our good friend's face returns and he is back to interacting with the guests. But so far, he's looking really good. I like that, it's quite a nice colour scheme. Speaking of Frazzle and dragons, Dragon Fury, we've not done this one for a while. It's one of the slower throughput coasters on park, but it's, you know, going on for a few years, haven't we?
Yeah, it's pretty well.
I mean, it's always busy. It's currently hosting a 60-minute queue, but hopefully that won't be too bad for us today. I know last time it took a lot longer with a lot of reserve ride access and stuff being used, but let's see how we get on today. It looks like so far it's moving pretty well. Whilst up in Dragon Fury's queue line, we can see that Wild Asia is completely gone. All flattened out, ready for the Minecraft expansion. And as you can see, it's very much a flat here. So yeah, do you miss Wild Asia? Let us know. But it is looking very, very, very flat at the moment. So, Dragon's Fury.
Yeah.
I'm dizzy.
Still got it.
But I'm really dizzy on that one. Obviously, spinning coasters don't usually cause me much issues. I usually don't spin too much. But the weight distribution between us and these two guys that were on with us was... we were spinning on one of the small lift hill sections. There was a lot of spinning. I'm very dizzy. Very dizzy. There was a small technical delay, safety delay, where they went and did some checks and stuff. But yeah, I'm dizzy. Dizzy. No splashing in Tigers today, with Tiger Rock completely drained, which is a shame as it is a nice warm day, but completely drained at the moment. So from here I'm actually walking around. I can hear maintenance are working on, sounds like lift hill there. I hear a bit of bashing and crashing behind us there, so I believe that might be what the issue is. Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Okay, so
There you go.
100%.
Definitely. So there's an issue there. So I think it's been down for the last couple of days actually as well. So it might be down for a little longer yet. Obviously not what you want to see when it's a nice warm time of year. But it does kind of show you just how reliant this part of the park is on obviously Tiger Rock. You know, it is the only attraction in this part of the park, and when it's not operating, well, it's not operating. So yeah, you know, I mean, I'd say this one, I don't think this has got much longer left. Right, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Tiger Rock's got much longer? The park only has one tiger now, unfortunately, and I do feel like that will.
I'm sure they can re-theme it again.
Oh, they've started taking the theming off the rockwork sort of tunnel as we saw last time, but yeah, what do you think? Do you think Tiger Rock has much longer left in it, or do you think it'll be time for something a bit new in this area? Let us know, because it is quite a large space. With the tour coming up later on, it would be rude not to pop in and visit Toon Blaster while we're here. While we're in the area, we don't do drop towers very often, as a lot of you know, Elise doesn't actually like them. But we're going to do prop drop again, try and get used to the drop towers a bit more. But look, it's spinning this time, so that's a nice little surprise. Last we rode it wasn't spinning, and it does obviously have a few issues when it does spin. Usually it stops spinning, but it's spinning, so yeah, let's give it a ride this time and try it out with the spinning option. So from Crop Drop, we managed to see a few more construction updates. Obviously, Wild Asia completely flat, absolutely flat, completely gone, all gone, flat.
Yep.
And then we did manage to see the foundations for the new roller coaster going in over by the Paw Patrol land. I personally think it might be one of those little SPF kind of Grand Prix style things, like the one they've got Gulliver's, giving that impression at the moment. So I've not paid that much attention to the actual, you know, plans and stuff for this one. So if I am wrong, then I am wrong. It looks like that from above.
It does, because it is a slight figure eight, isn't it?
Or at least it's that kind of size coaster anyway. It looks like it's going to be fun.
It looks like it's going to be nice, a nice footprint anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody just have a good time, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rockers in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time, and we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see ya shake that.
As you saw there from a little bit of the footage, we managed to catch one of the new shows operating, the Wild Beach show, I believe that is. We're not really sure what's going on with that show because we only really caught the end of it there, but I believe it's kind of like a sort of X Factor style animal battle with the band kind of thing going on. And again, it kind of reminds me a lot of the entertainments we've seen here before on the stages. You know, fun, high energy, bouncy. Quite similar to the original entertainments before RWS, if you ask me. So it's good to sort of see that they're keeping with that kind of similarity. But as we saw there, really, really popular. The crowds were out in force to see the shows kind of thing, especially on a busy day when there's a lot of people on park. So ideally, more entertainments, more shows, and maybe bring back the roaming actors in the other parks. However, you know, as much as we love that kind of thing, I think we've said it a few times before, but it wasn't worth the stress and anxiety and the job losses that happened. You know, there must have been a better way to go about it than what Merlin did. You know, because we love the entertainment teams, and you know, we love the entertainment teams now who are in the role as well. It's no like it will against them, but surely there was a better way to go about it, which wouldn't have impacted the existing staff who lost their jobs. You know, the uncertainty that they had. Surely there was a better way that could have been done to involve those existing staff in these schemes. You know, keep those staff on, but give them the opportunity to come through RWS and go through that agency instead. I mean, I'm no expert on what happens behind the scenes and those kind of things, but that's just my opinion. But apart from that, it is good to see entertainment still in the park, because I know a lot of people are concerned that entertainment will be gone after the whole thing happened there with the change, the full-time staffs being removed. But I don't know, is it going to remain like, is it going to continue? Is things are going to get more, or is it going to see less? Only time will really tell on that. But like I said, we are still pretty upset and pretty concerned about those who lost their jobs in that entire instance. We only briefly
We've managed to find one of the lions. There he is. We've gone to zoo spotting after a bit of lunch, and as you can see, we found the otters. They're out to play again this afternoon. Well, I say out to play, they were out to play a minute ago. They've now just decided to sit down and started filming. Constant trend of me filming is that animals like to not do a lot when I film, apparently. But there they are, little otters. The upside down jellyfish are very close together, giving some alien Nemesite vibes. Anyone? How many Nemos can you see? I have lost count already, but there's quite a lot in here.
I found Nemo.
I don't know if that one is particularly Nemo. But there's also Dory. Or maybe Dory. I don't know. And the other one, that one, the same film character has never forgotten. He has a name. I do not know his name. What is his name?
No clue. Could be Frank.
I want to say it's Finn, I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments.
Now this is new. We have a base camp section added. So there's been a lot of work going on in the sea life here at Chessington. So it's good to see that they finally got some more of these areas finished and opened up. So we've got our sort of area here with different reptiles and frogs. And I believe there's some other sections that were being worked on as well last night. My back, and Sam has made a tiny friend.
He's cute.
In the form of a little skink. There are quite a few of them in here. There's this one here who seems very social. And there are quite a few more on the side there. Oh, hello, are you going somewhere? Let's see, he's going for a walk. Oh, there he is. Hello. My camera can't focus on you because you are moving so much. Hi.
So cute.
Oh, look at that one.
And there's a few others as well.
Oh, look right, look.
There's a few more up there. There's quite a few in here. Seems like the Amazonia section that was under refurbishment last time we came is still under refurbishment with some areas empty. This one is not empty obviously, as you can see. But some of the bigger enclosures are still under refurbishment. They are making progress in sea life, but there are still a few bits to do still, as you can see. Still got our little maintenance signs and more to come. But sea life is always developing anyway. And back at the hotel, ready for the VIP tours to begin. And as you can see, there's a few of the animals out to go and say hello as well, which is quite cool to see. I say quite a few, there's pretty much most of them. There's all these guys over here, the back over there, you've got the ostriches, even the geese are out as well. Nice little variety out to say hello, and you can really get quite close to them and see them all really nicely here as well. They're all enjoying the sunshine. And that brings us to the end of our day here at Chessington. Well, I say to the end of our day, to the end of the main part of the day. There'll be a follow-up video for the behind the scenes for Toon Blaster, just so we keep them separate and makes it more enjoyable and more things for you to watch as well. But we had a really positive day here today, and it's a lot better than when we came the other month when they had there's a lot of like capacity issues and they're really struggling. I think they've finally found their feet with the capacity and how things are operating now. They've got a few sections closed down with all the refurbishment works and the new lands coming. And it's really good to see. And then obviously great to see the entertainments and characters that could be appearing as well. Hopefully to see that continue. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day for us here. As you can see, the sun's come out at the end of the video. It was raining earlier. It's a bit weird again with the weather. But the sun's finally came out in the last few hours of the day. Yeah, it's been a good one. What do you think?
I think it's been a really nice day.
And
Quite entertaining, plenty of rides. We've had fun, and there's more fun still to be had today.
Yeah, so there's a lot more to come along, obviously. But yeah, have you visited Chessington this year? What have you thought about it? You know, let us know in the comments below. But for now, we're going to close this one off here, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.